Now, what does this here say? Archie knows everything about trains. Archie must know this. Arch, come here a second.
Yes.
What does this say here on the train?
Arriva Trains Wales.
Yes, it does. It does. No, just below that. What does that say?
Trainiau Arriva Cymru.
Very good. You see, this is what I notice on a lot of YouTube channels. We're going to name no names. Well, some people can't pronounce the most simple things in Welsh, and they've got a lot of Welsh trains and a lot of Welsh model stations, and they don't seem to know how to say them. And when they do say them, they either say them like comedy wrong sometimes, sorry to say that, people, or they just skip over them and try and miss them out. It's not that difficult to say things in Welsh, is it, Arch?
No.
Can you count to 10 in Welsh, just quickly?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, there we go. So it's not actually that difficult, is it? And also, it being a British language, maybe we should speak British languages. Would that make sense? We are in Britain, after all. And if you've got a collection like this, surely you should just be able to say the words on it. That's got to be simple enough. So this one, Arch.
Yes.
Can you give that one a go?
Don't tell me if I say it wrong.
Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to go back and do the basics. We're going to go through some Welsh pronunciation, very basics. I'm not a fluent speaker, but I'll give it a go, and I think everyone out there in YouTube Trains World should also be giving it a go. If you've got a Welsh model railway, try and say the things properly. Okay?
Okay.
Brilliant, let's give it a go. Okay, let's look at Welsh sounds, the sounds of the Welsh alphabet. The Welsh alphabet, the way they say all the letters is actually just saying the sound that you would make. So A is called A, B is called B, C is called K. That makes things nice and easy, right? We'll do the vowels first. A. It's always pronounced A. It doesn't make other sounds, it's pronounced A. Whenever you see that in a letter, you say A, okay? That says E. Whenever you see that, you just make the E sound. You don't suddenly make an E sound, you don't make a sound or anything. You just say E when it comes up, okay? The next one we're going to look at is, what in Welsh is called E dot. Because it's got a dot over it. It makes the E sound usually. Occasionally it makes an I sound, but really it's an E sound, okay? The next one we have is called O. It makes the O sound. It goes O. You put two of them together, well you can't really, but it makes the O sound. It doesn't make any other sounds, is the point I'm trying to make. The next one, E, that's called E as well, E bedol maybe, but it's making basically an E sound as well. It's slightly different, we haven't got time to go into exactly why, but it's roughly an E sound, okay? Now you're just going to have to get used to the fact that W is a vowel in Welsh. It makes the oo sound, yeah? Ooh, a w. You can use it as a vowel, I don't see why not, and this is why I think Welsh sometimes is confusing to English speakers, because they think there's lots of consonants and actually they're vowels. This is also a vowel, yeah, I've got the messiest writing, in English you sometimes use that as a vowel in the word links or Y, so why can't you use it as a vowel all the time? There we go, that's our vowels, they're nice and easy. Now the next thing to have a look at is some consonants. As I say, they're all named after the sounds they make. B, K, D, V. Okay, F is going to be a V sound when it's just in the singular, okay? V, G, H. J, we're just not going to bother with it. What's the point in it? I don't get the point in it. Occasionally it is used in Welsh, the word jug. There's a couple of other words, but really, no, we're not going to bother with the J. K, again, don't bother with it. We've already got a C. No point in that one. L. Yes, we will have an L. We'll have quite a lot of L's. We'll come on to double letters in a minute, but as you can see at the moment, these are all exactly the same. M. N, M, N. This is pretty simple, right? P makes a P sound. Q, what a silly letter. Just get rid of it. It's got no use in your language. R. Now, we will say that slightly differently from English. We'll roll it in the front of the mouth. R. Okay, but nothing too stressful there. S makes a S sound. T makes a T sound. What else have we got? We've used W and Y in our vowels, so we don't have to bother with them here. V we don't bother with because we've already got an F that makes that sound. U, V, W we've used in our vowels. X, again, people don't use it because look, you can just put a CS. X. It's the same sound, isn't it? Y we've already got in our vowels. Z, you really don't use it unless you're talking about zebras. Okay, so we've got very few consonants. The only thing that's going to be tricky now is we are going to have some double letters. They are going to be a little bit tricky for some people, okay? But just concentrate hard. Double letters, CH together, ch. It says the ch sound, okay? Get used to it. It's not so hard. Double D next to each other makes a thick TH, like the. Whereas TH sounds th. In English you use TH and you're never sure which of those two sounds you're going to make. In Welsh, th. They're different. Very good. What else? What other double letters we got? There are a few of them. This is the one that confuses people. Double L. Sh. It's pushing air through the side of your cheek. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but you are going to have to do it every now and then. Sh. It's just one new sound. It's not too much, is it? What else have we got in new sounds? RH gives a hr. Kind of sing an H and an R with a roll at the same time. Again, bit of practice you get there. Double F makes a f sound like an F. Because you remember when you use them on your own, singular Fs in Welsh sound like a V in English. There are a few others. There's a couple of things vowels can do. Vowels can sometimes have an accent over them. We call it little tobach. It just extends the sound of the letter. It doesn't change it really. From A to A. Cumbran will become Cumbran as it is. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I think we should just look at some train station names. This is so simple, honestly, guys. I think what happens is a lot of English people have got a fear of the Welsh language because they think it looks confusing. It really isn't. Let's give a go at some train station names. Okay, so now we know how to say the letters of the alphabet. Let's put them together to make train station names. This one is pronounced Abertawe. That's Swansea, that is. Abertawe. It's not that difficult, I don't think, is it? Abertawe. How could it be said any other way? This is a simple one. Cardiff Central, the capital of Wales. Caerdydd. Remember we said the double D was like a thick TH sound? The. Canolog. Canolog. You can't really say that any other way. Okay, let's see what else we've got on here. Casnewydd. Newport. Casnewydd. Again, double D, a thick TH. Blaenau Festiniog. Do you remember we said the double F was an F sound? Festiniog. Couldn't be said any other way. Here we have the Festiniog Railway. Rheilffordd Festiniog. R for the RH at the same time. Double F being an F sound. Double D being a thick TH. Rheilffordd Festiniog. This one, Betysocoed. Again, you couldn't say it any other way. Once we've accepted that W and Y are going to be vowels, Betysocoed. Okay. Look, there's a lovely old... Is that a Mark 1 coach there, Arch?
Yep, it's a Mark 1. VR cream and red.
Okay. This one is called Cumbach. Remember the CH sound we said with a Ch? Cumbach. Actually, there aren't very many Welsh railway stations using the CH sound. Little known fact, I think there's about 3. This is one of the other ones. Ystrad Mynach. Ystrad. Again, accepting that Y can be a vowel as it isn't often in English. Ystrad Mynach. Ystrad Mynach. What have we got here? Llandudno Junction. Cyffordd Llandudno. Again, once we've got our double F, double D in place. Cyffordd. Llandudno. That's the double L sound that we were saying. It's pushed air through the side of the cheeks of your mouth. You're going to have to do it. It's easy. Llandudno. Llandudno. If you like your double L's, this place is an absolute treat. Llanelli. This is Llanelli. Great rugby team they've got. Llanelli. And this is the one that Arch had trouble with earlier. Llanfairpwll. Do you know what? Nobody says this. It's a silly name. I'll tell you what actually happens there, right? This is the car park there. Llanfairpwll. And they stop there. They don't say anymore. Nobody says the big, long, silly tourist name. Except for tourists and people doing tongue twisters. Because in normal conversation, you can't put that many syllables into a word and keep any sense in the sentence. So here's what people call it. Llanfairpwll. Or, this is the War Memorial at Llanfairpwll. Llanfair PG, they call it there. A Rhyfel Mawr, the Great War. Llanfair PG or Llanfairpwll. Here's another sign for the place. This is actually the place, the road sign for it. Llanfairpwll Gwyngyll. Again, a little bit of a tongue twister. You've got a few syllables there, but not as bad as what people try and make out when they try and say the whole thing. A pentref bach ar enw here, the little village with a long name. Lovely. Okay. If you were to say it though, this is the way you should actually say it. Break it up into individual words, because otherwise you're trying to say like a whole sentence in one without any spaces or breaths for air. Okay, Llan, as we said before, is parish or church. Fair, Pwll, Gwyn, Gill, Go, Ger, Chwyn, Drobwll, Llan, Tysilio, Go, Goch. That's how it's said. It's separate words, not all one. There we go. That was our quick go at just trying to say some Welsh train station names. I hope that's going to help in future. Any last words, Arch?
This wagon's very well weathered.
That wagon's very well weathered. Da well done, Arch.
And we need to weather this, I think.
Okay, yeah. Well, now we know how to say it, we might be able to weather it. Brilliant.
Treinau yr Ifo Cymru.
Well done, da iawn, Archie bach. So Arch, what did you think of our video with Welsh train station names?
Cachu.
I told you not to use bad language!